All right, the next exercise I'm going to demonstrate here is the reverse hyper. This we're going to be doing with body weight again. If you have ankle weights or you have a yoga strap and can put some weight, you can always add a little bit of weight to this. So I might, for example, put the weight around my ankles here and with a weight in between. That will make this a way to add resistance to this if you have the ability to do that. I'm going to demonstrate this off of a three-way box, but frankly, you can use your bed if you need to. You can use a sofa, the back of a sofa. Whatever, the idea here is to simply get yourself elevated. I'm going to get my hips right to the edge here. I'm going to be leaning off here, and I'm going to rotate this a little bit. I'm leaning off in this direction. I'm holding on, and I'm going to keep my legs locked straight, and I'm lifting my legs up. So in a hyperextension, what we do is we'd have our body locked from the hips down, and you'd be rotating through the upper back here. Here I want your body locked from the hips up, and the rotation will be through the legs, thus the reverse hyper. Again, laying here, and if you need to have something to hold on to that may help you, ideally you'll be able to get something high enough where your feet are able to get all the way to the ground in that full stretch position, but realistically that's probably not going to be available for a lot of people, even if you're on top of your table. But do your best with this one to find or jury rig something appropriate to that. Even if you're not going through the full range of motion, you should get a lot of work out of this one. Next up is an alternative if you can't do that. You're going to be able to do these on the ground. What will have you do to add a little bit of a layer to this one is you're going to straddle your legs, you're going to pull your knees up. You may find that you need to hold on to something, but essentially you're going to do lift up in such a manner, and I really want you to squeeze at the top. You can make this harder by straddling your legs and locking them straight. You might be pretty surprised at how hard these can get. And again, you can always use some ankle weights with these, or a yoga strap with some weight attached in between them to increase the resistance on these. There are any number of variations. If none of those happen to be working for you, you can always go back to basic hyperextensions, which would be where your lower body, is in the locked position. You may need to have somebody hold your feet in these, which I don't for these, but you would move yourself out to the end here, and without my legs being locked down, you'd see that the up and down position here. That you may find that you'll get greater height on than you would with the reverse hyper, and you'll get more clearance out of it. Ideally though, I would like you to try to do the reverse hyper variation. With the traditional hyper, you're going to need to find some way to secure your legs, and that might be hard for a lot of people to do. All right, so there is the reverse hyper. If neither one of those are working for you, go ahead, leave me a comment. I'll shoot a video or respond to you with some appropriate alternatives to that. All right, I'll talk with you later.